Hi, I'm Juan Rivera. I have over 20 years of residential and commercial construction experience. I'm the owner of Renaissance Development Group, Inc., a full-service construction company. I know remodeling. Each week, I'll bring to you the tricks, tips, and trends of home improvement. We'll talk to local contractors and industry experts about the latest new trends for your home and remodeling projects. Join us for the next 30 minutes on Remodeling Now.
Remodeling Now, brought to you by Pepsi-Cola, Allen Beverages, DeWalt Tools, the tools professionals use.
Wow. Well, we're at our job site over here at Musaic, where we were last week, and we were showing you guys where we did the painting and trim, drywall, things of that nature. Tim's called me this morning and let me know we had a rainstorm last night with some wind, and we got some roof damage because a limb had fallen on the roof. So we're gonna go up there, take a look at it, hopefully it's not too bad. What's up, man?
How you doing, Juan?
I see a limb got us there a little bit.
Yeah, just one.
Well, one too many. Any damage on the backside here?
I didn't see any, just this one spot.
All right, we got lucky there. It's not a big limb, but you know how these things, they hit and bounce and jab. I'd be more concerned when you called me that we had a hole in the deck or something, because sometimes it hits in and just drives straight through. So
yeah, it really just got one shingle tap.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and get this off and let's get this repaired so we can get back down and take care of some of the stuff we got on the inside, because we got some rain. Looks like it's coming off down that way as well. Now, while we're here, let's explain what we got going on. So our viewers, actually changing out shingles is actually pretty easy.
It's real simple.
Okay.
Real simple.
So it's just a matter of having the right tools, obviously.
Yep.
And these are
right tools.
These are tools, what we would call common tools. They're not a professional tool per se. Most homeowners, if not all homeowners, are going to have a hammer, flat bar, stuff like that. Now they may not have a pneumatic nail gun, but they don't really need that either.
No, it can all be done by hand, basically.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and see how we do this and get this done. All right. So this was the tab that tore off that was right there, so that obviously is no good. So let's show our viewers how we repair these shingles.
Okay, Juan, first thing you're gonna need is just your basic, you can buy it at any home improvement store, is a
flat bar?
Basically a flat bar. This will raise the shingle up, and what you would do, you just raise your tab up, just kind of push it under the nail and then raise up at the same time. And what this does, if you push back down on the shingle, you pull your nails out.
All right, so that's pretty simple there.
Yeah, I mean, it's real simple.
Good. Well, it's nice to know that homeowners can do some of their home repairs as needed, because, the economy being tough the way it is, people are really trying to figure out how they can do more for themselves. And this is something that they definitely can do. Now you're replacing, the way this is nailed, because there's nails right above the gates, which are double nailed, and then the shingle above it would also be nailing into this as well. So you're taking out this one here.
Yeah, Juan, if you have one shingle damaged, you're better off replacing 3 or 4
around it,
just in case something else got tore up. Then you cover all your bases.
Okay, that makes sense.
And what I do, if I have one here, I try to go 2 below it and 2 above it for a total of 5 shingles.
Okay.
And that'll pretty much keep it watertight.
Ah, very good.
So we've got one more shingle to take the nails out of.
And then, of course, we want to make sure that all the nails get picked up, because we don't want them falling in the yard, because those become projectiles if you've got a lawnmower.
Or a flat tire if you have a lawnmower.
Or a flat tire. Remember what happened to you in New Orleans.
One more nail and we can show them how to reinstall them.
All right, very good.
All right, all you do is
so that pops out pretty easy.
Pull the old
there.
shingles out. And this is our damaged one.
Okay. Now our felt seems to not have any damage, so we're fortunate there, so that when the limb struck the roof, it didn't really hit it with a whole lot of force.
No, it
probably
didn't
just
hurt
hit
anything.
it, rolled, and grabbed the corner and just tore it off. But we're just going and taking the extra precaution here. Okay, so now you've got new shingles to reinstall, and of course,
Yeah, Juan.
even most times when shingles are old, the colors are going to be off a little bit, but they'll fade back in a fair amount of time. And we're just using a standard 3-tab shingle, of course, for this application here. And in this case, we're using or you're using a pneumatic nail gun, which is a single roofing nail gun. Okay.
All right, as you can see, we just put a roll of coil-headed nails in. You just slide it in, you just close it up, and there is a way that you have to nail these shingles to where they resist winds of high-speed winds.
Which meet the code as well.
Yeah, it's called 6 nailing.
And what I'm noticing is as you're nailing this, you're nailing it right into this tar strip right here.
That's right, Juan. Whenever the shingle that goes over it overlaps, when the sun hits that, it's going to melt this tar, and they're going to stick together. If you look at this one, I can't pull it up.
Right, and that's for blowback, so whenever there's winds that are blowing water back, the water doesn't go back up and then come up here and then get behind the shingle and run down.
That's correct.
All right, cool. What's the next one? Now, obviously, having a pneumatic tool is the easy way to go. So after you get this one nailed in, let's go ahead and hand nail the rest, and that way we can show them how they would be hand nailed.
Set this down here. Make sure I got this nail out. I do.
Okay, so here.
Yeah, well, I'd like to show the viewers how you can hand nail these if you don't have the pneumatic nailer, the roofing nail gun, how you can just hand nail these. It's real simple. All you need is a hammer and just basic roofing tacks.
So really not very difficult at all. Now, of course, if you had to nail up a whole shingle or a whole roof by hand, and of course that's how they did it years ago, that'd be a real challenge is the word I would use now versus doing with a pneumatic tool.
Yeah, I definitely would not want to go back to the old ways of nailing shingles.
Can't blame you there. And wow, that looks good. You can't even tell anything's happened. Of course, this was a fairly new roof anyway. So you go ahead and nail those last few off there, and you're in shape. All right, well, that looks like it takes care of that pretty much. You can't even tell. It looks great. Now you do a little cleanup, and we get back down from the bottom, and we'll never know this limb had fallen down.
Oh, Juan, we matched the shingles pretty good. You'll never know that there was ever a repair.
Okay. Well, Tim, I appreciate you calling me and letting me know what happened with this, and showing our viewers how they can themselves fix a repair for their own houses. Now, let's go downstairs and see what we've got done inside with that kitchen.
Okay.
All right, let's go. After the break, join us and we'll show you how to install kitchen cabinets and the various techniques that you can use. Oh, wow, they got the color on. I see you got the color on this.
Yeah, Juan, this is the same color we used on the outside, same orange.
Yeah, it's a nice vibrant color. You know, Miami Dolphin color is a good thing I'm a Miami Dolphins fan. But it's funny when she told me that, explaining the color, she goes, "You like the Miami Dolphins?" I'm like, "Are you even a fan?" But anyway, this looks nice. You know, kids like vibrant colors, things that are attracted to them. So this is what's nice about this. And of course, she's going to do some other things to the walls and things as far as decorating and whatever she's got. So what we've got left to do in here is just to trim out the electric, which that's going to happen on Monday. I believe Daryl's coming over this afternoon with the tile. And he's installing 12 by 12 tile. And of course there's the thin set and mud and everything for that. And then you've already got everything pretty much painted. HVAC will be in also on Monday to do their trim out. which is last a little bit. So we should really be done with this probably by Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, next week this should be complete.
Yeah, she'll be real happy about that. Now this room over here is the small bedroom, and like what would be a, let's see, we got a door here, and then AC closet right here.
That's HVAC,
and you've got a door in, and that's the, got that open and closes real smooth, so that's excellent there. And then of course, back over here, we've got a bathroom, which Daryl's also gonna be tiling that, which is pretty standard. And then of course, we've got the kitchen. I see you almost have all the cabinets installed.
Yeah, Juan, you called us right when we were fixing to finish it up.
Okay, and so we've got our base installed. Now here, you've got, which is a 36-inch base.
That's correct.
And it looks like you've got a couple of fillers that you put in.
Yeah, these are 3-inch fillers.
Okay, and then we've got a 24-inch base. And then we had purchased a pre-manufactured, this is called a waterfall edge here, countertop, which is a color that the homeowner liked. And you've got that installed, and of course you've already got cut out for the sink. Now, you won't really, this is glued down already, correct?
Yeah, this is already glued down.
Okay. You won't put this on and get it secured until we get all the plumbing and the guts that go with it.
Yeah, I've got to get my faucet and my drains.
And as you can see here, basically with this, you just come through and cut out what you need to cut out in terms of the Formica.
Yeah, you just, the box that the sink comes in, it gives you a pattern. You just lay it on there, tape it off, and then just cut your hole for your sink, and so it sits right in.
You put the template in, and then you cut that out, and then you come back and put this on, and then it's installed. Now there's screws or clamps that go on the outside, or underneath from the bottom, I should say. Hold that down, and then we just put some silicone on, and that seals it up.
That's correct.
Cool. So now we got our last cabinet here.
Yeah, well, we got one more to install. It's a 24-inch wall cabinet.
Okay.
It's real simple to install.
All right, so what do you got? I see you've got some lines measured. You want to explain how you're able, or what you're doing with your marks and stuff?
Yeah, Juan, what we do, we off the edge of the base cabinet, we'll take a level line up our wall. I've already got my marks.
Okay.
What I do, I'll measure in under my cabinet if I've already got my countertop installed. I'll see what I have to come in, and then I'll level off whatever that is, and I'll put me a level line down the wall, and that'll tell me exactly where my wall cabinet needs to go. As
far as going too far to the left or right or wherever that may be, okay? So that's your point of reference. So you've got two marks, one here and one here, so you're ready to go. Now you've already found out where your studs are at.
Correct.
Okay, and you can either find that out by tapping, listening for a hollow sound, or with a stud finder. Okay, and then of course at the top is a double top plate, so that makes it easy to find those.
Yeah, those are just screwed in.
Okay, and then of course now we're using these types of screw, which now this is a cabinet screw that comes with the cabinet, correct?
That's correct. Those are the ones that came with
It's got a big head on the end, I see, so that way as you screw it in, it's got plenty to hold on to.
Yep.
Very good. All right.
That's a lot of wood.
Let's see you guys go and get that installed. Now I noticed that as you're putting this up, Tim, and I hope you don't mind as I talk to you while you're doing this, I see our cabinets are flush to the ceiling.
Yeah, Juan, what we have here, this isn't your standard ceiling height. This was an existing small house, and it has 7-foot ceilings. And you have to compensate for that and put your cabinets all the way to the ceiling. So if you want to put a microwave on your counter or something like that, you've got to have a certain distance between the countertop and the cabinet.
Now that typical distance is roughly about 18 inches. Now we're a little bit more here, and I understand why you took it to the top, because you would not want to see a 1-inch gap at the top.
Right, that's just vacant space that just doesn't look good.
All right, very good. So now you're coming underneath, and you've got a screw that you're putting under there to hold that?
Yeah, Juan, there's a ledger under here that you put your screw in.
Okay.
We've already got it lined up for our studs, so all we need to do is tighten it up.
And then that takes the pressure off Steve from having to hold it all by himself. Very good. Need this ladder?
Yeah, please. All right, Steve, let's open the door.
There's your ladder. Okay, and so now you've got your holes already marked over here as well for your inside. All right, now that sounds like that screw is biting real well. That cabinet should not come down at all when she fills it full of canned goods or plates or, you know, things of that nature.
It's going to hold whatever you, pretty much whatever you want to put in there.
Now here, by marking this out and by having our 3-inch fillers, you've given the same reveals on either side of the window as well. Yeah,
Juan, and that takes you back to the filler strips. If we would have used a 36-inch base and just shoved this over, we would have been right up against our window sill. So that's the reason we put these filler strips in, so we could have a little bit of area between the window and the cabinet. That way to give it a nice reveal on each side.
Okay.
A little more space.
So that looks good. So this is pretty much wrapped up. We've got a vanity in the bathroom, pretty much the same situation. You've got, that's a 24-inch vanity, and you're gonna go ahead and you've already took the same countertop material and you've cut that to size. And now what we notice here is that on the end of these are not finished.
Yeah, Juan, we have a cap to put on that. It's as simple as, it comes in a kit with, it's a 2-part kit. It has little strips.
Is that a kit down there?
Yeah, this is one of them here.
Okay.
Knock the dust off of it.
Well, let's go ahead and open this up so that way we can show our viewers what a kit looks like and how you install it.
Wow.
Hey.
Hey, that was
How are you doing, Owen?
Hey.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Good.
Oh boy, it's looking good.
So what do you think?
I love it. I love it.
You know, we took your bright colors. You know, a lot of the guys are like, whoa, man, this is going to be loud. But, you know, with the theme that you're trying to create with the fun house, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Right, right. And it has that tropical look, too.
Yes, it does.
Close to the beach.
And, of course, yesterday when you were by the office, we were talking about some of the things we're going to do outside with some notes, musical instruments.
That's going to make it pop. That's going to make it real.
So, other than that, we're pretty much good to go. The outside's almost wrapped up. We're ready to have the, you know, get our interior electrical wrapped up. We're going to put our lights outside here. We got a light out here, a couple floodlights. Let's go inside and take a look and see what we got going on there.
Okay, good. Oh my goodness, I love that.
So we got your accent wall painted for you just the way you like it.
I love it. I love it.
Okay.
And look at the door.
Yes, we've got the door situated for us. What I was telling you the other day regarding, it's like a Dutch door. So the bottom will be able to be stationary and closed, and the top will be able to be pushed open. So that way, if you've got somebody in here that's selling refreshments, or whatever the case may be, if you guys, some of your functions or whatever, you'll be able to do that right here with no problem.
Perfect.
And then of course, if you look in here, you see your kitchen. We got Tim down there working. What's up, Tim? All right, buddy.
Good job.
So we've got that about done there. The cabinets look good. And of course, you realize we had to raise the cabinets all the way up because your ceilings are a little bit lower in this.
Right.
So, but this still looks very nice.
Looks wonderful.
Absolutely. I'm glad that you're very happy
Yes, I am.
about all of that. So now this is for your music school called Musaic.
Musaic.
Okay. Now, if somebody wants to get a hold of you for music lessons or for a donation or anything along those lines, how can they get a hold of you?
Okay, they can reach me at area code 228-762-3205 or 228-355-0740. And we are working on a website now, so that'll be up and running soon.
Very good. And once we get the website up, we'll go ahead and put it on our website. And we'll also, we've got probably one more time we'll come out here and you know, let the viewers know what we've done here, because this has been a tremendous transformation of what this was to what it is now.
Right. I'm telling you, so much has happened. I can hardly believe this is the same building.
Well, I'm glad.
So excited.
I'm glad that you are. I know that your mom came out the other day with you, and of course, you know I love your mother dearly. We call her Mama T, and she seemed to be very happy.
She loves it. She hadn't seen this part yet. I can't wait for her to see this.
Well, you know, we're gonna just give you a quick schedule. We've got the tile going in starting later today and tomorrow through the weekend, so that'll take care of that. Monday, the electricals will come out and trim out. Same with the HVAC, so that'll be all wrapped up. And the building itself, for all intents and purposes, should be done Tuesday, Wednesday.
Next Tuesday. Oh boy. Wow.
Okay.
So we'll be ready to be up and running soon.
That's it. All right. So again, for all our viewers, if you get a chance or an opportunity, call Leah Rollins at those numbers that she told you. We'll put them up on the screen for you guys. You know, give a donation. She's doing a wonderful thing for the community, and we'd like to help her because she's helping the children of our families and your family. So thanks a lot, and we'll see you later.